Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jane. This is actually Editing Jane. I filmed the rest of this video a couple of weekends ago, but I was going back and I was editing it, and this whole morning that I did this video, I woke up and I had been sick earlier, so I was just like really exhausted, and then I woke up to find out that my debit card had been stolen. So like, we had a rough morning, and I can tell that my mood kind of shifted during the workout, and then afterwards I hung out with friends and then filmed the rest of it. But this like first whole part, I was like, I look dead and boring, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna refilm it. As you can tell, I'm still getting over my sickness. I was like a little bit sick, that's why I took some time off of YouTube, but I'm back. So yeah, you can probably hear it in my voice that my voice is still a little bit weak, but I feel physically 100%. I'm feeling a lot better. So I just wanted to start out the video by giving you guys my initial thoughts of the sweat guide. So obviously I have already done the workout because this is Jane in the future. What's up? But I just like wrote down the things that I had said and just want to recap them. So a little background on Kayla, a little background on me and my initial thoughts. So first thing, Kayla Itsines created the Bikini Body Guide. She also then came over and did the Sweat app, which is an app that you can get on iPhones. I'm sure it's for Androids too. Pretty much a fitness guide app that takes you through a bunch of different workouts. It sets up a program for you. It starts by letting you pick what goal you want and giving a little bit of information about yourself, and then you can go in, you can choose a workout at home, in the gym, or outside. So I thought that that was pretty cool. A little background on Kayla Itsines. She is an Australian personal trainer. She got her certification like 10 years ago, I think, when she was 18 is what it said, and she actually got it from like an institute, like she went to a school. I don't really know much about her certification, but she is a certified personal trainer. I do not know if she's like kept up with that certification. Here in America, if you get a certification, you usually have to keep up with it in some sort of way, take other classes, get additional education, and then you have to do a certain amount of those in 2 years to keep your cert. I think teachers work like that too. Yeah, teachers have to like do continued education. Same thing with us, we have to do continued education to keep our certification. I'm not sure if that's the same in Australia or not. So then she created the Bikini Body Guide, sold it as an ebook. I was one of those people, I bought the ebook, so I have a little bit of insight on Kayla way back when. She then went on to do the Sweat app. So a little bit of background on myself. I'm a personal trainer here in New York City. I'm certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM. If you guys are looking to get certified, I highly suggest NASM. I love them. Currently I'm working at Equinox. I love my job. I love what I do. I'm super passionate about it. It's really fun and it's really interesting getting to know people's bodies and figuring out what works for them. So something that I noticed around the gym, which was kind of my inspiration for this video, was that a lot of people are using ebooks, apps, Instagrams to get inspiration for their own workouts, whether they're just pulling certain moves from there or they're doing like their full-fledged workout from that program. So I'm noticing a lot of that around the gym, and I was like, a lot of people don't know the information that goes into creating a program. So I wanted to kind of share some insight on some of these popular ones. I'm going to start with the Bikini Body Guide. If you guys like this video, I'd like to make more of them. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm happy to review pretty much anything. Apps, guides, Instagrammers, YouTubers, just let me know and I'll give you guys a little bit of my insight. I want to share that knowledge because I am a personal trainer and I love what I do, but I do understand that a lot of people cannot afford a gym, they can't afford a personal trainer. It is definitely something that's on the pricier side. It's not covered by insurance. So I completely understand that people would be turning to something more affordable, more accessible for them to achieve their fitness goals. But I do think that it's difficult if you don't have all the information to sift through all of that, because there's a lot of information out there. And on that, I just want to say that this is my opinion. My opinion is backed by science, it's backed by my knowledge, but it is an opinion. I think that in the health and fitness world, there's a lot of this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad, and it just doesn't work like that. We're all individuals, we all have our own things. At the end of the day, I think the best thing is that people are just moving. It's much better to get out there and do something than sit on your couch and do nothing. So I am just opening up the world, sharing my knowledge. In the app, I do want to talk through the app really quickly before we dive into the workout. So in the Sweat app, it's going to start off by asking you like what your fitness goals are. I think it asks you a couple of other introductory questions, but it asks you what your goal is. So I tried to do this as if I was just like going in blind. So I just put in that I wanted to be fitter. That was my goal. And then it gave me the option to choose between a few of the different athletes. So I chose Kayla because I feel like that's what draws a lot of people to the Sweat app. So I did the Kayla Itsines workout. So that's me. That's my background. That's my initial thoughts. I looked through this and it's really pretty. It's really well laid out. I'm going to do the workout and then give you guys a full review afterwards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find it helpful. If something stuck out to you, comment it below. I would love to know what stuck out, what you guys learned, and if you guys have ideas for other people. Let me know. Make sure you're subscribed because I have a lot of super exciting videos coming soon. Big things just changed over here. Big things are happening, so I'll catch you guys up soon. I love you all. Enjoy the video.
Money.
Later, but I just wanted to talk about what I thought about the program and everything like that. I took notes when I was at the gym. So this like definitely made me sweat, especially with like anything where you're jumping, the jumping squats or the burpees, but this was definitely not like my favorite workout I've ever done. I don't like that the warm-up and cool down are optional. I think that because this is targeted at beginners, that should just be like, be in there. I don't think people warm up or cool down enough as it is. So making that just part of the program, not making it an option, would probably make it more natural for people to just add that to their gym routine. So I think that that's definitely something that they could have just thrown in there, was just to not make it optional, just make sure that everybody was warming up and cooling down. So I decided to do the warm up. I just did a dynamic movement warm up. After looking at the workout, I was like, okay, this is a lot of moving up and down, so I wanted to do something dynamic that's going to get me ready for that. So the thing with the dynamic warm-up was that it didn't relate to the workout at all. When you're warming up, you want those movements to be similar to the movements that you're going to be doing in the workout. So you want to get ready for the workout, you want to be warming up the right muscles. For me, I don't think that this warm-up had enough like knee movements for the workout that we did. It was a lot of things that had to do with the hips, a lot of hinging, glute bridges, stuff like that, which is actually going to be way more helpful for on days that you're doing like deadlifts or like hip thrusts, stuff like that. Personally, I just don't feel like the warm-up translated to the workout very well for the workout. So I went ahead and I did a leg day. I just wanted to do like one of the standard workouts. I tried to choose just exactly what someone who was going into this blindly would have done. Just chosen like the first thing that was on there, decided, okay, I'm gonna start today with legs, I'll do arms and then abs or whatever. I think I said this earlier, but I don't feel like there needs to be a whole day dedicated to core. I've never found that to be effective for me, and nobody I know has ever found that to be effective. So I think you're better off just adding a little bit of core to the end of each workout or during your workouts. Like you can do an upper body, a lower body, and then a core. So the actual workout, what we saw here was a lot of knee dominant movements. So you see it's like a lot of lunging, a lot of squats, a lot of bending of the knee right there. I personally don't really like that for my workouts. It's a lot of the same movements and a lot of issues can come along with that. So if you're doing the same pattern every single time in every movement for a whole workout, what's gonna happen is that we're really focusing on the quads here. So if you have overactive quads, you're not stretching them out, which we didn't really warm up or cool down that much. Secondly, to knee pain, because of your tight muscles, they're so contracted that you can actually end up having knee pain because you're not doing like a well-rounded workout for your legs. If your quads are overactive, it's going to be a little bit harder to engage your glutes. Glute workouts are going to be more like hip thrust, glute bridges, deadlifts, those sort of things. It just means that you're overloading the front part of your body, which you don't want. You want to have an even body. And on that, the other thing that I really noticed, everything moves in that sagittal plane. We're going up, we're going down, we're facing the same way the whole time. What I would have loved to see was something that went side to side or in a rotation. We live in a 360 world, so why are we working out just up and down? That's why I'm not a big fan of machines most of the time, because they tend to move in that same pattern. Most of us are not working out because we're Olympic athletes. We're not working out for a specific sport. Most of us are just working out so we can be healthy and feel better, right? So we don't really need to be working in a specific pattern because we're not training to swim, we're not training to play baseball, we're not training to do any of that. So working in a 360-degree world is going to be much more effective for the general people like me who are just working out to be healthy, to feel good. The other thing with a program like this where all of the movements are progressing at one time is that this is a good way to plateau really quickly. The way that you get stronger, the way that you lose weight is progressive overload. You want to overload those muscles so that you can get better and stronger. But if that's not happening, your muscles aren't going to react accordingly. So when the program progresses as one, rather than each move, like your lunge may be ready to progress, your squat may not be. The way that the ebooks and apps like this work is that everything just progresses together. Especially for a beginner, I just don't feel like that's the smartest way to go about it. I just feel like it's a little bit too general. It definitely got my heart rate up. Like it was definitely like I was sweating. It had parts where it was difficult, but overall I don't think it was like the best or most well-rounded workout that I've ever had. So I want to take a look at this arm day here. It's interesting that she puts this burpee in here for the arm workout and for the leg workout. I feel like this would be more of an arm workout if we added in that push-up with the burpee. Push-ups, toe taps, planks. So again, this is a lot of holding the arms out here. We're already hunched over like this. We don't really need to be here anymore. I would have loved to see some more pull movements in that. But the second part of this is a squat and press. Again, push, mountain climber. You're still holding your arms out like that. Yeah, for me, this is a lot of the same movements over and over again, and I just would have loved to see a little bit more mixed up so that we're not overloading the same pattern over and over and over again. We do that a lot in our daily lives. We put our coffee on the same side of our laptop when we go to work. We always write with the same hand. We always lean the same way. We always put our back on the same shoulder. I would have loved to see something in these workouts that was a little bit different, mixed it up a little bit, put you in that full world so you're getting strong in all planes of motion rather than just the same pattern over and over again. Okay, yeah, lots of crunches, burpees. She loves burpees, doesn't she? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like this either is very well-rounded. To me, it's a lot of crunch-like motions, which I'm not a big fan of crunches. We're like this all the time. I feel like we need to do something else to get us out of that movement, if that makes sense. And then a lot of plank-like things, which is just repeating the push-up pattern that we've already done from the previous workout. 555. It is 5:55 right now on my clock, and I have seen 555 like AM and PM every day this week. I don't know what that means, but I'm putting that out here in the universe right now. Okay, so I also want to take a look at the food option in here. Let's just do standard. Beans on toast, which is something that I'm not into, and it sounds kind of gross to me, but I know Grace Beverly does that a lot, and there's like a lot of vegetarians, vegans who eat a lot of baked beans on toast, and to me, I'm like, I couldn't. I prefer having like bigger meals, but that's just me. I think if you're trying to gain muscle, you might have to eat a little bit more than this, but it depends person to person. For me, I'd probably have to eat a little bit more than this. I don't know. I feel like this is a lot of good ideas, but I don't know if you need to switch it up this much. Like, I definitely eat the same thing pretty much every day. I feel like this might be a lot to keep up with, and grocery-wise looks expensive because you're buying a lot of different stuff. But again, I'm not diving too deep into this. I just wanted to take a quick look at it and see that there are options here. So it is like the same thing every Monday, the same thing every Tuesday, same thing every Wednesday, same thing every Thursday. I'm sure that there's a way you could switch it up if you wanted to. Oh, the other thing that I was a little like about is that in the workout that I did, it didn't give you any idea of how long you should be resting in between. There's a lot of science that goes into that about how long of rest you should take between your sets. They don't talk about that at all, how long your rest should be. And so I feel like that should have been in there, just like giving you an idea of how long of a rest you should take. I took about a minute rest in between, but I just feel like that could have been easily put in there and just given people a little bit more of an idea of how much time to take in between. Maybe it's somewhere else, but just right there on that workout page that I was working off of, it wasn't in there at all. The other tiny detail that I would have loved is just for all the reps to be the same. I feel like especially for a beginner, it's a lot to keep up with when it's like 10 reps of this, 15 reps of this, 12 reps of this, and then it changes every time. I think that for beginners, which BBG is just aimed at, is the girls who maybe aren't as comfortable at the gym, people who are getting into fitness, which I think is a great introduction to the fitness world. But I feel like especially for someone who's new, it's a little bit less intimidating when it's just 10 sets or 12 sets just the whole time, or 12 reps, oh my god, not 10 sets. 10 reps, 12 reps the whole way through. It makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable. I do think that BBG has like a cool little community going on. She definitely has like a really great following. All the girls seem really nice. I'm not really that deep into it, but Kayla Itsines as a person seems really wonderful. Her baby's super cute, her dogs are super cute, her husband's super cute. She has a really adorable family. But the workout that I did today and the workouts that I saw that were in line with that same program, for me, I just feel like there might be a different way to go about it. I don't think that this is bad by any means, but I would definitely use it more as a guide and not like a program, if that makes sense. So I would switch it up a little bit more, throw in some different things, maybe take a couple of exercises from there, but then switch up my own thing, because I definitely think that this could use a little bit more variety to give you a more well-rounded workout. That's definitely going to be the thing that gets all of us closer to our goals, whether it's weight loss or muscle gain or any of your goals that you have. You need something well-rounded, you need things to be even, you need things to work all sides in all planes of motion. So that is my review on Sweat by Kayla Itsines. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Never forget to love the life you lived. If you guys like this video and you want me to review other programs or Instagrammers or YouTubers, just let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to do it. And I'll see you guys in my next video.